just know that you're being recorded now.
Oh, do you want them to, if they don't want to get recorded, to take off their video?
If you would not like your face to be shown in our video, you could disable your video camera so that way we won't see your face. But I think I'm screen sharing, so they won't be able to see that either way, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, here we are. So if you want to access your learning plan, there's two ways of doing so. One is through Google Classroom, and the other way is through ClassDojo. On Google Classroom, I created two formats for you. One is PDF and the other one's a Word document. They're pretty much the same thing, just depending on your computer and its compatibility. I just had two formats there, so that way you can access them, and everyone would have more ability of accessing the information, because sometimes you might have a computer that cannot open Word. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up the PDF now, and there's a comment box over here for both Mountain Movers and Super Bloomers. If you have any questions about any specific assignment, you can also raise your concern right here in the chat box. Okay, let's open this up here. And so as you can see, we're on week 5, and we have our virtual meetings date and time listed on the first row here. Throughout the week, we will have one on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday will be one with me for science. So this is substituting our science assignment. It will be Earth Day, so I want to provide some information on research on the Earth and things like that, okay? So I have something special for everybody on that day. And then Friday will be like a closing of the week, so we can address any comments, concerns that you might have after going through the learning plan. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, AR, that's Mrs. Corona. We can't hear you, Mrs. Corona. Also, I want to mention, Mrs. Corona's on mute, but you may also notice that this plan is written in columns. So Monday would be this first column here. You would go all the way down. These are all your assignment for Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on, okay? So,
I have a question, Mr. Pham.
yes.
Is the meetings going to be every Monday and Wednesday?
Not every Wednesday, every Monday for sure, so we can go over the learning plan, because there will be varied types of assignments. It's not always going to be structured the same way. So we would like to make sure that every student has that information, and then we'll end every Friday.
Okay, so for sure Monday and Friday then, correct?
Monday, that's right. And then Wednesday is, okay, no worries. Okay, you're up, Mrs. Corona.
Okay, am I still viewing on your screen, or do I have to share mine?
You can view on my screen here. So that
okay, hold on.
We're in the AR section.
It won't let me. Okay, so this week, where am I? Hold on, I'm trying to. Okay, exit full screen. My thing won't let me.
You're not seeing the learning plan?
I am, but it's little.
Okay, let me try to open it up. Is that better?
Hold on. I don't know what I did.
I can open on my desktop.
Oh, okay. There, I got it.
You got it?
Okay. Yeah. So this week, it's a little bit different. So we're going to do, my goal for you guys is to take anywhere from 2 to at least 3 quizzes this week. So your goal is to have at least 3 quizzes this week for AR. That's not including the one that you're gonna do for Bud Not Buddy on Friday. So it's not including the one for McGraw-Hill. So make sure that you're taking at least 3 AR quizzes. And I think I linked it, the link on the plan if you guys have access to it. Otherwise, you have to log on through Google Classroom. Otherwise, it takes you through a whole different other place. Got it? Then this week, you're going to go on McGraw-Hill. Thank you.
Okay. Are you seeing my screen right now? We're on PE right now.
Yes.
Okay. So
PE, sorry.
We'll go piece by piece.
Oh,
so for PE, what I just put up here for now is the traditional 20 jumping jacks, 20 squats, 20 push-ups, and 40 curl-ups. Try to do that every day. If not, I remember that video I created on YouTube. You can always hit the link here, And you can try to do that cycle 1 to 3 times. So either or would be great. Remember to keep your body active at all times. For math, so we have a Think Central lesson. These are all review again, 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4. And I want to point out that we have, we're going back to 1.8. So I'll be spiraling these lessons. Your job is to first watch the video. So you can click on the link here. It'll take you to the Interactive Student Edition. And then after that, you should log on to your Think Central, okay? And complete the activity that matches up the lecture that you'll see for each lesson throughout the week. I also put all the lessons, they're now up on Google Classroom because I'm trying to reach out to more students. I've been seeing a lot of students participate in science, but those students were not doing the activity for math. So make sure you hit the submit button so I can give you a score on how you did for each of the math assignment as well. Any question about math, anybody? Math question? You can go ahead and unmute yourself and speak because I'm not able to see you. No? Okay. This will be Mrs. Corona for ELA.
Okay, for ELA this week, you're gonna log on to McGraw-Hill, and you have 3 stories to read. One of them is a listening comprehension, which is for today. So I assigned it on your McGraw-Hill. So when you go under to do, it's going to be under there for you guys to listen to it. This week you're gonna listen. And then the 2 other stories for the rest of the week, you're going to, okay, agárralo. You're going to read the stories. So every day you're going to either listen to a story, which is today, and then you have to go on Seesaw, and then there's an activity. So today, you're going to listen to the story, and then you're going to retell me the story on Seesaw. So you can either record your voice or a video, it doesn't matter, but you upload it on Seesaw, and then I give you credit. Then the rest of the week, you read the story, and then for the day of the Rockets got their movie box back, you have to retell me the story, so you can either record yourself or write it in. And then for But Not Buddy, you're going to, there's a question I want you to reflect on Seesaw. Directions on how to log on to Seesaw are on Google Classroom. I left you a code. The code is only good for this week, and then I'll switch it over for those of you that have it logged on. But once you have the code, you're logged in, and then it gives you step-by-step of how to log on to Seesaw. Okay? And
Mrs.
then
Corona,
on Friday, you're taking the AR quiz for But Not Buddy.
did you want to go into the detail after we go over the learning plan on Google Classroom so that way you can show them how to log on to Seesaw?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone's microphone is on and it's very staticky. Okay. One thing you also notice is like some of these texts that you can see, they're in blue and they have a line under it. And if I put my cursor over it, you see a finger, that means it's hyperlinked. So you can simply click on that and it'll take you directly to the website that we are asking you to go to. Okay. So there's a lot of that you can see from the math lesson to the videos. You can just access those resources by simply clicking on it through our learning plan. It's important to have lunch, so make sure everybody's eating lunch every day. We have 40-minute lunch today. Well, very flexible. You can have an hour lunch. It's up to you and how big your meal is, right? Now for science, today I have a Kahoot game. It's just a review on everything we learned about water on Earth. So just click on the Kahoot review. This is your pin. I want us to be able to review before you take the little quiz I have later on this week. Okay, on Wednesday, it'll be a live lesson. I set everything at, our meetings will be at 11 o'clock because that's what we voted for. The majority of you voted that 11 o'clock is a good time to have our Zoom meeting. And then on Thursday, there's 2 things that you'll be able to find on Google Classroom. There's a PowerPoint presentation. It's a good way to review all the content that we have covered the past 2 weeks in science. And then there's a little test for you to take. It's a Google form. Make sure you you type in your first and last name where it asks you to do that. And then for the short response, we're doing the best we can in filling out a complete sentence, okay? This is probably the most important part of this week is Mrs. Corona's social studies project.
Okay, so this week we're starting your state project. So if you scroll all the way down to the thing, it gives you directions on the state project. So I thought I had scheduled it for you guys to like pick your state, but Google Classroom I think opened it a little early. So what you're gonna do is for your state, you're gonna pick a state. I'm gonna open up a discussion that says pick your state on Google Classroom. The first student to comment that state belongs to them. Hold on. What? Okay. And then only one person can research that state. So if I pick California and then Mr. Pham wants California, he can't pick it because I already picked it first. Okay? So then whoever comments on the state first, they get the state. So let me go over what you need. For the state test, it's going to be done digitally since we're not going to see each other. So you can either do it on Google Slides, you can do it on Google Docs, you can do it on any electronic device that you want. You can make an iMovie, you can make anything you want. I just need the following information. And it goes into details. I need the name of your state with your name, an image of the state, so just like a picture of the outline of your state, the state flag. Mr. Pham, can you scroll down? Or can I scroll down?
There it is.
You need the state bird, the animal. I just need the name and the picture of the state bird, the animal, and all that right there. And then that's part one. Part two is going to be an informational essay. And we all know an essay has 5 paragraphs. So I give you in detail what each paragraph should have. So every paragraph will have anywhere from 3 to 5 sentences. You need an introduction with an introduction, body, and then a conclusion at the end. Okay? So if it's all outlined for you there. The last day I'm letting you submit this to me is May 15th because the following week, boys and girls, I'm gonna be off. So starting the week of May 18th is my last working day. And then the 19th, I have to go and have my baby. So the 15th, that way I have enough time to look at everyone's project and give you a grade for it. Got it? So you can turn it in before, but the absolutely last day I'm taking it is the 15th because then I'm gonna be busy with the newborn. So if you have any questions, then you can go ahead and text me or comment, and then I will get back to you. Does that make sense? Any questions? I try to give you as much detail as possible in the outline. Any questions? Yes, Ruben? Let me unmute you. Go, Ruben.
Does the state have to be in the United States, or
Yes,
can it be?
it's the United States. Any of our 50 states. So after this meeting, I'll open it up, and then whoever comments first on the state, that's who has it. Okay? Any other questions? Anyone?
Okay, Mrs. Corona, you want to go over your seesaw instructions so that way you can
Yeah.
be clear with them? So you can share the screen now. I just closed it.
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute, you guys. Let me figure this out. Screen here, share. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Seesaw. Okay, so can you guys see my screen? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So when you log on to Seesaw, this is where you're gonna go in. Then you're gonna click log in. And let me log myself out. Oh, hold on, I'm over here. It automatically logs me in. Sorry, you guys. You guys have a couple assignments on there. You're gonna log in as a student. I'm a student. You're going to use you are going to use a text code that I sent you. So the class code I sent you goes on here. You're gonna click go. And then You can sign in with Google because I used your Google Classroom. So you can sign in with Google on there, and you're gonna use the same one that we use for Google Classroom. Okay? And then here's the code on our, I'm trying to move all this stuff. On our Google Classroom. What? Vete. Right here, I told you how to log on to Seesaw, and the code is right here. So this is for Super Bloomers, and then Mountain Movers, you guys have a different code. So I also put it on there, and your code is different, and then I'm gonna change it after the date, after it expires. Okay, so that's where I'm giving you points for your assignments, is through Seesaw. And it's super easy, super fun. It's just like a fun other way instead of just writing.
Where's the code?
Okay, boom, that's it. Okay, Mr. Pham, you're up. Any questions on Seesaw?
We have Ethan.
Where, Ethan, where are you?
It's not actually a question about Seesaw. It's a question about Google Classroom. If we already said which date we want in the morning, will you still count that?
No, it's gonna be on the new one.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to open it up. It should have been, I was supposed to open, it was supposed to open at 12. So no one can comment till 12 o'clock. After 12, whoever comments first, that's your state.
Okay, she's very clear about that. All right, I'm gonna go over some of the assignments I have for you. Let me go back to my Google Classroom here. And we had a question about Kahoot. So the Think Central is here. Let me just go in order here. So Think Central, all these are pretty much the same. Well, that's my lesson. So you just basically click on that and go to instruction. This is how the instruction should look like for you. And simply log on, watch the interactive student edition, and take notes if you need to, and then complete the activity. It should be listed there. The only account I have available with me right now is Michael Wilburn's, so I will have to use his as a student account. So how do you access the interactive? Oh, well, there's two ways. You could click on the link that I had on the learning plan, or you can go to My Library and just click on Interactive Student Edition. Are you able to see the Interactive Student Edition, Mrs. Corona?
Yeah.
Okay. And then since it was lesson 10.1, go to chapter 10, click on 10.1. And the lesson should appear here. You see the lesson right now, right, Mrs. Corona?
No, I still see the main screen for
Customary units
Huh.
of length.
Okay, it's not showing on the Zoom, but if you click it, you should have another window that will pop up, and everyone should already be aware of that. But if not, just click on it. You'll get a second window, and it'll show the lesson for you, and that's where you take notes, okay? All right, close this out. What's that? Are we back on Google Classroom?
Yes. No.
No?
Now you are.
Okay. As far as the Zoom meeting, the information's here for Earth Day. That will be on Wednesday. So just click on that. You can also access it through the learning plan. That's another way to get there.
Okay.
And as far as the science test that I have for you, just click on this here. Student version will be in the instruction. Okay.
Mommy. What? Ma. Okay.
You'll be able to access the test right here. So just type in your first and last name and do your best. Okay. Any question about science or math? Let me see. There's one thing that's missing, my PowerPoint. Let me go check the Mountain Super Bloomers if I did that for them. Good thing it's not due till Thursday, but I will put up a PowerPoint on there, which I thought I did already. Oh, it's on this one. So the Super Bloomer had the PowerPoint, but the Mountain Movers didn't. So I'll make note of that and I'll put the PowerPoint up. So you view the PowerPoint before you take the test, okay? That'll be a good way to review after you're done playing the Kahoot game as well. Okay. Any questions about science or math for me?
Mr. Fab,
Yes?
what time is gonna be the Kahoot battle?
The Kahoot is not live. It's at your own pace, so it's already open now. Just
Okay.
get it done before next Monday. So all these assignments will technically be due by next Monday, so it gives you a lot more flexibility because I know right now not everybody's schedule is the same in considering the whole situation that we're dealing with right now. I'm going to stop the recording from here.